Boom, boom. Oh my gosh. So many people here already. I have a couple people. John, good morning, Mike. And there we go. Morning to all the early birds. Good morning, John. Brewmeister, how you doing, young man? Hope you're doing well. Hoppa is here. AJ as well. California Bear is here. Don Doon, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Wow. I'm hoping that we're not having a volume problem again. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can't. Hello, Joe. How are you doing, Joe? Good to see you. Sagittarian Pinoy, how you doing? Top of the morning to you as well. Wow. I'll tell you, it's been an interesting past couple of days. Watching the exchange rates. We've been doing things with some friends. We had to drop by Walking Street and check on a couple things last night. Scott, how are you? Dardos. Buenos dias, Dardos. Hope you're doing well. Philip Barreto. What's up, Mike? Just the rent, man. That's about it. Wow, Miyagi's here. How you doing, Miyagi? Hope you're doing well. You still in Cali or in the U.S.? Or you back in Asia? I don't know where you're at. Doug, good morning, Doug. Wow. So I'm not even sure where to start. Some really interesting things, and not only that, but interesting in relation to what we found out last night, and then interesting with what we found out a day or so ago, and then interest me. How you doing, Dave? How's things going? Farsight made it. Hey, Farsight. Good to see you. Ricky Last. So, first off, for those of you that are on U.S. time, happy Mother's Day. And for those of you that aren't on U.S. time, belated happy Mother's Day. So I had an interesting comment. Um, Duncan, South Carolina. Hey, Paul. Hector, good to see you, Hector. So, anyways, I had a comment that came in yesterday with the video that we did yesterday. And they said something about the Koreans, and then they said that there had been a raid at Carousel. Nah, I don't know where they're hearing that, but there was not a raid at Carousel. All right. I actually spoke with the owner, one of the owners of Carousel last night, and actually asked a couple of people that we know on Walking Street as well. And no, there was no raid at Carousel at all. Good morning, Elvis. How are you? Let's see here. What else is going on? SWAT. You know, as you guys know, SWAT has been deployed to Walking Street, except now they're not. So they're not deployed. They are no longer there. They didn't come out. And in one of our future videos, we'll have a little snippet of the SWAT guys that were on Walking Street at that time. Viking Bar is still closed as of last night. John, my little world. Hey, John, how you doing? There you go. Have a nice day from hi from a couple blocks from you. How you doing? Oh, Philip, Gainesville, Florida. Will be first week of July. Oh well, we should be here. Look us up. One. Greetings and salutations. Happy Monday. Same to you. So, anyways, no, Carousel Bar did not get raided. Uh, uh, the actual owner said that's just bullshit, and two of the other people um, that we spoke to last night also. So, so last night for Mother's Day, we went out to dinner with friends, and they wanted to bar hop, so we went out and um, poked our noses around a little bit, and it was just interesting. Um, you know, I think what's even more interesting, though, rather than, um, let's see here, Michael, counting down till Tuesday when my wife flies back to the PH. Tomorrow, driving to Chicago for our last night together. Then she flies out at 5 a.m. Oh, Michael. Well, I hope she has a safe flight, that's for sure. I don't understand why the Philippines will not fight back with the Chinese ships. I think, Elvis, maybe it pertains to the fact that they're just not really prepared to fight back right now. Um, and I don't know exactly why, but that's where they currently are with it. And I couldn't give you a really good answer. Elvis, the Philippines has speedboats compared to full blown Navy. They count on the U.S. And Michael's right. I mean, the equipment, the disparity in the equipment is pretty big. Um, so, yeah. AJ says, Big Money Mike. This is Welfare Mike and Food Stamp Arlen. Uh, So Hoppa says, Big Money Mike, what's the next unusual bar find? You know, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's going up. It is literally going up. Um, there's no doubt in my mind. We are seeing girls that are getting pricing that is equivalent all the way around the board with the Korean bars. So, if you're planning on spending some time, some quality time with a bar girl, you can pretty much rest assured that you're going to be spending upwards of I don't know, 5,000 pesos pretty much for any of the higher quality girls. That's what we're hearing. That's what we're seeing. We don't bar fine, so it's not something that we really do. So it's different a little bit. Um, I'm sure that there are negotiating points. Rent is due. My rate is a little less tonight. I gotta buy rice. I gotta send money home. Um, that's kind of the way it goes with that kind of stuff. It's a need versus um, everything else. So you kind of have to deal with it that way. Um, if they don't need the money desperately, their prices are high. And if they do need it, well, then their prices are maybe not. Michael says the next big bar find is they will have extra large lady boys. You do know that some of the Korean bars have lady boys on stage. Just saying. Hillbilly Pro, how you doing? Add another 20,000 in medical. There you go. In Makati, it's 5,000 to the bar, 5,000 to the girl before you leave the bar. Whoa. Whoa. Good thing my friends don't live in Makati, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's kind of pricey. Philip, should Ace Bachelor cool when it comes to bar one? I don't know. I haven't run into Ace in a couple of weeks. To be honest with you, it's been probably 2, 3 weeks since the last time I ran into Ace. Um, so I don't know what his current status is. I really and truly don't. Um, so it kind of depends. Chris, I heard Arlen had dental work done. Do you know a good dentist to go around Angeles? I'm looking for one for my son. I know an excellent dentist. Excellent. So if you know where ZRV is, all right, or if you recognize, you know where Malabañas is, and then Narcisco, all right, the street that connects the two of them at the end of Narciso. Um, anyways, where ZRV is across the street from ZRV is a dental office. And it is a mother daughter dentist. And for general dentistry and some basic cosmetic dentistry, very good. Very, very good. Um, that's who I use. Arlene has her own dentist that she likes, but because it's like right up the street, literally. Um, uh, so if you don't like them, let us know, Chris, and we can give you the location of the lady that Arlen goes to. Arlen hasn't had the dental work yet. She's had consultations. She's having to have some oral surgery. Her teeth are fine. It's her wisdom tooth, one of her wisdom tooth has grown in a weird way that has caused her jaw to go off center, giving her TMJ problems. So it's going to be not just a wisdom tooth removal, but there's going to be some restorative changes made to realign her jaw. That's the best way I can give you an answer to that. 111 Makati and BGC has lots of good looking ladies. Brush up that day game. Maybe I'll have some fun for much less. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, we haven't bar hopped in Makati in years and years since pre-pandemic. So really couldn't give you a good answer for that. Leroy, Ace said he's been banned from Walking Street and all surrounding golf courses. I don't know about that. Um, he just did a video talking about how to bar hop on a Friday and gave all these locations. And the only thing I saw him doing, um, um, that was obvious was he omitted all of the Wolfpack bars. Um, so I don't know. That is strange. Kevin says Ace is saying, or I saw him post, he was banned from Walking Street. I'm not sure how truthful that is, if you can be banned from walking. I don't know anything about that. But you know what? I'll look into it. Kevin, that you and Leroy got some better information than we do on that. There you go. Have a nice day. Bonificio is a good dentist. How bad do you have to be banned from a red light district? Miyagi, I wasn't going to say anything, but you're probably correct. I wonder, I don't know. I don't know how you can get banned from Walking Street. And then I don't know how you get banned from a golf course. So I'm not sure how that works. Ruby, welcome, Ruby. Good day. I hope you're having a good day. How's things and all? You know what, Ruby? I'm going to tell you. So, yesterday I did a video on the exchange rate and whether it's the dollar is more powerful or the peso is weaker and arguments go with it. But then I decided to take a look at it. And you'll be interested in the next couple of videos that we put out. I'm doing a comparison of the exchange rate inflationary value over the as of yesterday rate versus 2020, I think, 2023, a year ago, and then 2020, and the percentage increase in the number of pesos everybody gets. And Ruby, I will be telling you the honest truth. The Australian dollar is pretty darn strong, young lady. Hope you're doing well. Maybe it's because of bad publicity from his channel. I don't know. I'm going to have to go take a look at his most recent. Do you know the title of the video where he says he was banned? Miyagi, the person needs to be extremely dumb to get banned. I don't know how you can get banned from Walking Street. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to Ruby for sure. So who's leading in the competition to replace Philly? Leroy, I actually had a discussion with Philly about this a week or so ago. And I told him, I said, times are different. People are different. What people are looking for is different. Nobody's ever going to replace Brian because it's going to be a whole different thing. But I did find something last night I'm going to tell you about here shortly. It's a very clean place also. I had a great experience. Amazing Smiles by Bonificio. Okay. Ruby, she had a get together with some other Filipinos. Hopa's talking about his Mother's Day or his wife's Mother's Day. Do they sell Raid crotch device killer? I'm sure they must sell something similar to it, Michael. I would think. Good for her. Not into karaoke at all compared to most Filipinos. One New Year's Eve, I drove my Camaro onto the golf course. That'll get you banned. I bet it would, but I don't know that they'd even do that here. It just strikes me as strange. I don't know. I'd like to know where you guys heard this. Neither is she, but connecting other is great for yes, indeed. Just Facts. What's up, Just Facts? They caught him kicking the golf ball onto the fairway. I would imagine, very honestly, there you go, that that's not an unusual situation here. Kumasta. Ruby says the Australian government is always focused on protecting the economy from world events. Same thing when GFC in 2008 happened. Here, we didn't suffer much in the effects of GFC. Yeah, you know, Ruby, I was just really surprised at the inflationary. Just to give you a little bit of a spoiler. So, your dollar, the Australian dollar, buys 17% more pesos yesterday than it bought in 2020. 17% more. That's a big number. It really and truly is. I've got a video with comparing the Australian dollar, the British pound, and the U.S. dollar, all three against each other. And I'm finishing the spreadsheet on the South Korean won. And I'm not going to tell you, but you're going to have to watch the video to find out. But I will tell you this. From a global look at it, the Koreans are not that damn rich. They're here to party. That's why they're spending how much. You'll understand it once you see the video itself. So I want to talk to you about a couple of other things. Michael says he got banned from 7-Eleven for beating up the store clerk after he clotheslined me for talking to a... Wow. That sounds like a bad day all the way around. Yeah, Dave, I imagine you've got to have done something drastically wrong. I just can't believe that he got banned from Walking Street. I don't believe it. I really don't. Yeah, there you go. 17% more. I mean, I bet they're buying a lot more Fosters. That's for sure. But let's talk a minute about Tom Yum Lechon. And I'm going to have a video on him. Hold on. What's Leroy saying here? Ace responded to my comment on his video 69 Rock Bar video. I haven't seen that video. I've missed a couple of his most recent videos. We've just been so busy getting stuff done here. I'll just be honest with you. Trying to get everything ready for our trip, trying to get everything ready for my daughter's trip. Just a lot going on, to be honest with you. So I'm sort of behind on watching videos. So I don't have a whole lot to that. But Tom Yum Lechon. Okay? I knew this about 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I was coming back from breakfast at Tequila Reef, and I was in a trike, and we're on Fields Ave, all right, perimeter, whatever you want to call it. And there's a van in front of me, and in front of that van, there is another trike, but I couldn't see it. And it wasn't until we got to the intersection where Police Station 4 is that I saw that other trike. And that trike had a banner. The entire back of the trike had a full-size banner advertising a YouTube channel. And I was like, what? And it was Tom Young Lechon. And he's actually got a banner on the back of a trike advertising his channel. Now, what was interesting, I thought that was weird as crap, but I mean, I guess if you can buy subs and you can buy views, I guess it makes sense. You can just do real advertising. I mean, if it works, right? So, um, uh, last night, last night we are leaving Tequila Reef, and the trike line on by Kokomo's full of trikes, and every single one of those trikes had a banner, the same banner, Tom Yum Lechon. And I'm like, what the heck? All right. And I like, what is going on here? All right. And it's like Tom Yum Lechon, bar girl interviews, blah, blah. All right. It's got a QR code you can scan with your camera. But but every one of those trikes had a banner on the back of it. Well, I mentioned that to some friends of ours in the Discord, and they said, well, his channel. Oh, and it also says on the banner, it says he has 109,000 subscribers. Now, we don't watch Tom Young Lechon, or I don't think Arlen does. And at the same time, we don't really watch his female sidekick, Oprah. But 109,000, and I know that back when he was having his little tiff with Sunshine Shoulders, he had like in the 90,000 range. So he's now at 109,000. And these are brand new banners, okay? All nice and clean and everything that goes along with it. And somebody mentioned in the Discord that he only has 304 subscribers. Well, okay, how do you go from 109,000 to 304? I thought, oh, it's a mistake. Somebody made a mistake. Something's not accurate. I mean, maybe it's a different. Only thing I could come up with, because I went to his channel. I scanned the QR code from the photo that I took, which you'll see in the video that we do about this. And he has only 300 subscribers. How do you drop 108,000 subscribers in a week? I don't understand that. I really don't. Miyagi, have a great day. I see Miyagi's got to run to work. Yeah, 304. I think it was 309 when I looked at it early this morning. So, I don't understand that. I really don't. Did he delete his videos? Did he delete? I got no idea. I don't know. Let's see here. Miyagi, U.S. expats who are living off minimal income are loving the hikes. Yeah, those of us that are living off of good income are loving the extra money. I looked at it, and well, you'll see it in the video. If you watch the video that comes out, the difference in the exchange almost pays for our entire electric bill, our entire monthly electric bill. And we use a lot of electric. We cook, we run one aircon 24/7. We run another one anywhere between 4 and 8 hours a day. Yeah. Ruby says, Miyagi, they have to take into consideration the inflation that's high in the Philippines. Everything has gone up last couple of years. Yeah, it has. And, it's particularly gone up in the last 12 months. But still, you know, wow, 104 people in the room, and we're only on for 30 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody. Um, so yeah, the inflation is definitely hitting. And if I were a smarter guy, well, actually, if I wasn't quite so lazy, I would do a video about inflation, but that gets really complicated, and I'm a little too lazy for that. There you go, having Tom Young Lechon has a trick advertising in his channel. I guess. I don't know. I didn't know you could put banners on the back of trikes and advertise your YouTube channel. I had no idea you could do that. Ruby, most of them don't see that. They just see the increase in the exchange rate. Yeah, that's true. Very true. On one, Wanyan agrees, the current exchange rate, but I hope it doesn't encourage more to come over on a shoestring budget. We all know. You're right. Well, I'm also interested in another comment. I don't know if we have any people that are really well versed on how BRIC is going to, or Brexit or BRICA or whatever, is going to impact the US dollar. I'm getting a lot of comments in my videos that it's going to hurt the dollar by like 50%. Michael says, my first trip to the Philippines, I sat next to a couple on a honeymoon from Korea. I gave them $20 for a drink on me. I did not know the value of the exchange rate. They got more than a drink on me in 2012. I bet, Michael. But that was very nice of you. Yeah, exactly. I feel bad for Filipino people. That's what I would be getting. I think Hapa really hits the nail on the head. The inflation is going to hurt and is hurting. And the common everyday Filipino people. It really and truly is. It's not as if they didn't have enough to deal with already. They certainly do. And, you know, and that's going to make it even worse. You know, with inflation and with people making more and spending it more with respect to the tourists and the expats, that's got to really, you know, it's got to be a hell of a hard burden on normal, everyday Filipino people. Miyagi says it will. Joe says must be working. Here we are talking about him. Indeed, Joe. I guess all press is good press, huh? 304 subs. I just looked it up. Yeah, I don't know how. He went from 109 on one week to 304 the next week. Let's see here. Not sure if you expats in the Philippines have noticed the increase on your monthly budget compared to 1 year ago. Oh, we definitely have. Ruby, we have definitely done that, seen that. Andy, Jesus, ain't he on a tourist visa? I don't know, Andy. I would thought he was on a tourist visa. I don't believe he's married to a Filipina, so that would exclude the idea of a 13A. I don't believe he has an SRRV, but it's possible, I guess. Perhaps he's ex-military. I don't know. He's a big guy. Jesus, I've seen him in person once. This guy's like 6'4", 6'5", and not fat. I mean, he's a big guy. October 2012, the exchange rate was around 40 to 42. Yeah, I came in 2011, it was 40. Yeah, I can remember when it was down in the 40s. Miyagi, later, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, Elvis. He bought subs. He got caught by YouTube, so they fixed it. Oh, really? You think that's what happened, Andy? He actually went out and bought subs? Has anybody here ever looked at what it actually costs to buy subs? I've never really looked at it, so I don't know. I don't know what the going rate for buying subscribers or buying views is. That'd be interesting to know. Andy, do you know how does YouTube catch somebody doing that? Whoop whoop, Z-Chan. You know, where are you from, Z-Chan? And welcome. Rocky Raccoon, I thought I heard his channel got taken down by YouTube and he had to create it. That also is a big possibility, but it's under the same name. And that was the other thing that I was wondering about. Maybe those of you that have followed him in the past or whatever, has the name of his channel always been Tom Yum Lechon, or was it a different name at one time? I don't know. But I guess that's a big possibility too. He even bought a fake YouTube award. Are you kidding? Where do you get that? I tell you, man, Andy is like plugged into everything. He is still dogging Sunshine's shoulders. You know what? I saw the thing where he was dropped in on a meet and greet about it, but I have no idea. I really don't. I don't watch Sunshine Shoulders and I don't watch Tom Yum. Neither of them provide content that is interesting to me. I don't watch Sunshine Shoulders just simply because he's the type of person that falls into what I dislike, has the traits of somebody I dislike quite a bit. Anybody that leaves their family and doesn't pay child support is just not somebody I'll watch. Mike, the guy could be building a backup channel on YouTube based on name recognition, directing them to another way for money stream. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have any answers whatsoever. I just checked Social Blade. Tom Yum, TY has 120,000. But if you go to his channel right now, Leroy, it only shows 309 or 304 subscribers and only 40 some odd videos. And that's why I'm wondering if there's not two channels here or something. The exchange rate now is 57 to 58. Yeah, I think as of like an hour ago, let me see here, 57.55 as of an hour ago. And that's the spot. I banned myself. All right, so here you go. Hey, Asa, how you doing? I banned myself from Tequila Reef. They fucked up my eggs. I don't believe that. I have never seen you at breakfast at Tequila Reef. That doesn't mean you don't show up because I only go there 2 days a week. Ace is going to get banned from his own apartment. Are they going to do that because he's been peeing in the pool again? You got to quit going swimming while you're inebriated, Ace. You can't do that. Ruby, I noticed, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's true. No way, Andy. His appointment is haunted. No one else will rent it. According to new YouTube policy, YouTube is cracking down on channels whose content is overly sexualized. As you know, Tom Young's is geared toward the red light districts in the Phils and Thailand. Yeah, but you know something? The channel I went to this morning, Tom Yum Lechon, it is not overly sexualized. And there are no interviews. So I'd be interested to know. Ace must have the same cook that cooked Philly's eggs. Around 100 in the room, but under a dozen likes. What's up with that? Oh, it's just what we deal with, Juan, but thank you very much. He had to delete a lot of videos that had nothing but pros and ladyboys. That makes sense. Have a peso account and a dollar account. Yes, Joseph, we do as well. Andy says the USA has weapons. The dollar will stay afloat. We set the goalposts. Okay, Andy. Phil says, in your dreams, Andy. According to logic, U.S. should have gone down years ago, Andy says. And Phil then says it takes time. I don't think the U.S. is ever going to go down. All right? But anything's possible, I guess. Karaoke is a word of Japanese origin, which means empty, oki, orchestra. Okay, William. Good. Single and free is the way to be. I don't know, Ace. I'm pretty much enjoying married life. But to each his own. As long as you're enjoying yours, isn't that all that matters? If your money is parked in a bank, that yields less than the inflation rate's losing value. Absolutely, Hector. Just join, Cedric. Well, Cedric, we've been talking about Tom Yum Lechon doing advertising on the back of trikes. Isn't it more convenient for expats to go to SRRV instead of renewing tourist visas on a regular? For some, Ruby, keep in mind, there are like 4 or 5 different types of retirement visas. The one that most everybody's familiar with is the SRRV, issued to military veterans. And if you are a U.S. military veteran, or I don't know if it applies to others, but it's like $1,500. If you're not a military veteran, that SRRV is going to require you park 20 grand or something like 20 grand into the PRA, the Philippine Retirement Authority. You get it back when you turn it in. So, I mean, some people don't have it to do it. Rocky Raccoon, I'm pretty sure Jasper in the Philippines bought his subs. He has 45,000, but never gets more than 25 watching his live streams. I don't know. I've been in several of Jasper's live streams, just listening and stuff like that. And I say hello to him every now and then, but I don't know. What's up, Mike? Mike's Philippine Journey. What's up? We're talking about Tom Yum Lechon and how his channel seems to have gone from 109,000 to 304 subscribers. What happened? How does that happen? What's going on? Michael says, my brother-in-law has a Sar store and his sales are way down, more than 60%. Candy sales to kids almost gone. No single beer sales. Grande sales, phone load, and cigs are still, yeah. Rocky Raccoon, was that the guy who just pointed his camera at the beach for hours last night? That's sometimes what Jasper does, yes. Rocky, it does look like it's his secondary channel. It must have been getting taken down. So, Andy, are you saying that they took down his primary channel? There are companies in India that do these subs. They'll do views for a price. Yeah, I've heard about that, Walter, but I never asked how much it was. Hoppa was more interested on the percentage increase in your monthly budget. I'm always monitoring our budget on spreadsheet. It's the basics. It's the small dollars, Ruby. It's food. Food is where we've seen the biggest increase. The big ticket, condo prices are pretty stable. They haven't changed. Um, in addition to that, we haven't seen a change in, well, there's been a moderate change in fuel, I guess, but cooking gas, there's been a change in. But other than that, Filipina Oprah is his channel. Yeah, that's his sidekick. I don't know if it's his, hers, byproduct of both. I have no idea. The big thing now is vape products, especially disposable ones, but BBM wants the government to start cracking down on those and smuggled cigarettes. Yep. Oprah is running or replying the content on that channel. Okay, Kevin. See, I don't watch them enough. Oprah and Tom Yum just don't interest me. They really don't. Mike's Philippine Journey, you were great at that. Yeah, that 6-hour live stream was a bit to be had that Alo put on. When I came to the Philippines in 2015, the exchange rate was terrible. Yesterday, the bank gave me 57. Exactly. Ricky, I arrive next month from a great. Australia has banned vape products because most underage kids gets illegal access to them. So vape products are totally illegal now, Ruby? I didn't know that. In Australia. Let's do this. What are we? We're 47 minutes in. So I'm going to put up the link for the panel. And if anybody would like to join the panel, they're more than happy. And I'm going to catch up on a couple of, let's try and catch up on the comments here for just a minute. Yeah, but I came to the Philippines, the exchange was terrible, probably 40. Ricky will be my first time in Angeles City. Oh, well, we wish you the very best. Let us know if we can help you. I heard Ace's hand had a restraining order against him for sexual abuse. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. The dollar's high because there's a shortage of dollars around the world. Ruby, I don't do spreadsheets for the monthly budget, so I just pay it and discuss these things with a wife. Her content is now on her channel, meaning Oprah. Okay. Mike, will I be as a for sure you'll be safe. Just be smart. Be reasonable. Don't go flashing money. Don't, you follow all the basics that you would anywhere else. Brandon's trying. Give him 4 more years, and I think he could pull it off. I am too young for SRRV. I so stuck to tourist assistance. Yeah, I imagine the 6-month ordeal is a pain. Filipina Oprah, 3.12 subscribers, 184 views. Right, so she's got 3,000. His banner says he has 109,000. And I know a couple weeks ago when I looked, he had over 90,000. So now he has 304. Safety depends on you. And Andy's correct. Be smart about it. Tom Yum Lechon would be a good Philippine antics research. Yeah. They would enjoy that. Mike, the silver suitcase on the cabinet over your left shoulder looks like it's about to fall off. Nah, it just looks that way, Ricky, but it's fine. It's a two-dimensional image in a three-dimensional world. My guess is that most expats don't go the SRRV route because they can't afford it. If you're military retired with a qualifying pension, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely. It really is. US 20K isn't that much when talking about retirement. It'll be on a fund set aside for you, not something that's not exactly. No, Ruby, you're 100% correct on that. Walter, hey Mike, I was told it's either 20 grand or buy a condo and get. Well, no, Walter, you got to remember something. If you buy a condo and you use that as collateral for your SRRV, they get to put a lien on your condo. And it takes much longer to get that lien off your condo than it is to get the 20K or 1,500 back from the Philippine retirement account. Mike, do your research on Tom Young, then report back here. I don't know. I don't know that I want to. I mean, he's a scary guy. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to piss the guy off. He's huge. And I have to live in this town with him. Mike Oscar is mad at Doug because Doug got really drunk and peed on Oscar's girlfriend when we was taking a shower. I'm not sure what that is, Ricky, but we'll take your word for it. How's that? Andy, his channel is over a year old with many videos. This channel has videos as far as 2 months, so can be secondary. So then why does, all right, the way that I got to his channel this morning, I have a photo that's going to be in the video that I do about this, and his banner is there. It's got a QR code, and I put my camera on there and hit it for the QR code, and it directed me to this channel with 304 subscribers. Can you find, Andy, can you actually bring up a Tom Yum Lechon channel that is active with 109,000 subscribers? Good morning, Mike. Good morning, JJ. How's things going over in Manila? When he raided Sunshine Shoulders Angeli's meet and greet, I looked him up and he was under 300 subs. That was 6. Wow. Really? He must have 2 different accounts, though. Foster's. Walter, if you have the funds to buy condo, best to put out 20K on the fund and keep the rest to your country and invest there with better returns. Yeah. I would not like anybody to have a lien on my property. Yeah, AJ. Oh, there's the link again. How many cows would one need to raise for a family of 8 to eat beef twice a week? I have no idea, William. I guess depends on how much they eat each time they eat. Twice a week for how many weeks? I got no idea. Boss Hog on Behold was big on buying subs and views both. You know, I never watched Boss Hog either. So I don't understand it. Recent government order of banning all vape products. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. I just got a important Huh. That's an interesting text I just got. So I'll have to look more into that. True Ruby, about some people would rather invest in a condo than give the government. Oh, no sound. Okay, I got it back on. I got another. Thank you very much uh, to my lurking subscriber. Thank you. 20K for the non-military isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. Do you remember an Angeli's channel called Tipuan and the Farang? That dude was raunchy as hell. No, I do not. I've heard about him though. Filipino families usually sell their cows when they need funding. I'm confident Social Blade doesn't rely on self-reporting. Okay. 2 weeks ago was 50K. Now I'm hearing over 100K. Um, Andy, if you look in the Discord, I posted a picture of the trike where he's claiming to have 109,000 subscribers in writing on the trike. JJ, things are great here in BGC. A friend of mine wants me to go with him to AC soon. Never been there. Could be interesting. Oh, watch yourself, JJ. You don't want to get in trouble. But it's always a fun time. Philippines beef is sold in the wet market, but most Philippines don't eat beef, more on chicken and fish. Pork and beef is expensive. Yes. Yep. Yep. Sound. Muted. DM sent. Yep. Let's see here. Unmute. There we go. I really need to learn lip reading when I'm like, oh, it's just when I go to adjust my microphone, it's right. The mute button is right there, and I hit it once in a while. No sound, MMA. I got sound. Sound should be back. Bruce Davis. Good morning, Bruce. All right. So now we're all caught up with comments, seeing that I managed to chase off about 15 people by no sound. There is the link if you'd like to cam up. bring up your own topic, discuss a topic we've already brought up, or correct me or bring more information in on what's out there. Um, Andy, are you in Thailand, or was that just an old video this morning? I don't know. So, Nike Z Polska. Hey, Popa. What's this all about? Oh, it's just a normal day. We were talking about a YouTuber that actually now has banners on the back of trikes advertising his channel, and how some of the numbers just don't make sense. I was waiting for Arlen to throw a pillow. I think Arlen actually may have gone back to bed. You know, um, Arlen and I are not big drinkers. Um, and last night, Arlen may have had a little bit more than what she should have. So she may have gone back to bed. What can I say? Nancy Mifo Senior. I bet I butchered your name. I'm sorry. Everyone wants to have a star. Okay. I believe you. I certainly do. So let's see here. So SWAT is no longer on Walking Street. They pulled them out last night, according to the people that I spoke with last night. $20 a month for trike advertising. I have no idea. I really and truly don't. Some of these puny channels think they are famous. Well, I don't know, but I can say this. We're a puny channel, and we are certainly not famous. In fact, we're nothing more than basic and simple. So that's kind of where it sits. It is what it is. We're pretty much as simple gets, to be honest with you. So let's see here. The SWAT guys are off. Last night was Mother's Day here, so it didn't dawn on our friends. Our friends wanted to bar hop after dinner, and they were a little disappointed because a lot of the mothers, a vast number of these bar girls are single moms, and many of them have children here. And with that being said, um, uh, they took the day off. Walking Street Chismis is the best. Ruby, just curious on how much would expats bring over to the Philippines for their retirement funds? Um, we didn't bring, I don't know, Ruby. I guess it just would depend, wouldn't it? On It'd be relational to the amount of money you had. Like if you had $1 million in retirement, wouldn't be surprised if you brought 100,000 over. If you have 100,000 for retirement, maybe you only bring 10,000. Okay, let's not. Okay, let white trash and the twink. Let's let's not go into the bashing. We're gonna try and keep the live stream reasonable and mature. Okay, first and only warning. Let's see here. I will tell everybody moving to the Philippines. Whoops. I will tell everybody moving to the Philippines just how cheap can you live, get a baseline income needed for minimum lifestyle. There you go. Talking about Tom Young, guy from Angeles City. Okay, that channel. Yeah. Who makes the best eggs in Angeles? Cash is digital new. No need to bring over anything. Philly says anybody but Tequila Reef. Not sure if bar hopping is a celebration for Mother's Day. I think it'll be more of Father's Day. No, Ruby, it was because it was Mother's Day. There weren't as many girls out last night. We definitely noticed uh, uh, the there were surprisingly less girls on stage. Ace Bachelor Fool is throwing down. What are you going to throw the gauntlet on, Ace Bachelor Fool? Ace is the new sheriff in town. Now, obviously, we all know that that's not the real Ace Bachelor Fool, but it is what it is. Chicken make the best eggs in Angeles. Oh, I would bet. So let's see here. Bruce. Oh, Bruce, I'm trying to connect. I see you keep connecting, but for some reason, I'm not able to connect to you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a problem with just you or whether it's a problem with on your side or my side. So if somebody else tries to come into the live stream, we'll find out um, uh, whether it's on my end or your end. Hi, Mike. I know you've been to both. Which has a lower cost of living, Thailand or the Philippines? You know, Donnie, I'll be honest with you. It depends on how you measure it. I can certainly spend more in Thailand on food because of the wide range of food. Okay. Um, but housing is definitely cheaper there, and electricity is definitely cheaper. So you have to kind of, pick your battles where you're going to get it. Has it cooled down there a bit? Nah. I mean, you know what? It's not as bad as it was 2 weeks ago, but it's still warm. That's for sure. Greetings from Brisbane. Bruce, I try to connect, and I don't understand why it won't connect with you. I miss the old Murphy's Bar. Great music. Glad I'm in Mindanao province. No AC or Dramagati backstabbing. Cedric, we have a home in Mindanao, and it has AC. Yeah, Bruce, every time I try and connect, it just doesn't connect to you. I don't know whether it's something on your end or not. Bloggers with sunglasses. Well, so let's see here. What else? So, anyways, not as many girls out last night. Not as SWAT teams not deployed, and the rumor of Carousel having been raided is absolutely bullshit rumor. Other than that, that really was just about it on Walking Street. I'll ask this question. Is there a stigma in the Philippines is the woman has many baby daddy issues and looked down upon? Do they have an underground abortion black market? Well, I have no I have no idea about an underground abortion black market. Is there a stigma in the Philippines? As many maybe. I would depend. Sure, I would think there is a bit of a stigma depending on what socioeconomic class you're in. Um, you know, dumb question. Can you apply for an SRRV or a 13A visa stateside before coming to the Philippines? It's my understanding, well, you can apply or get some of that stuff done. You know what? Better to have somebody else do that. We did I did my 13A here, not stateside. So I don't have a good answer for that. And I don't want to lie to you. That's one of the things we just don't do. We're not going to give you bad information by accident. Much better infrastructure in Thailand. Yes. Same here, Cedric. Nice to sit back and watch. Lack of my favorite foods have made me lose weight in the Philippines so far. Wow. Pyro, 60 pounds? Jeez. You mentioned electricity is cheaper in Thailand. Do they have nuclear power plants there? I don't believe Thailand has nuclear power. I could be wrong. I don't know offhand for sure, but I don't believe they have nuclear power. It's just cheaper. From 38 to 34 degrees, sun is still hot, shade is tolerable. Thanks for the input. More walking street chismus. Theory, above 500 meters, no need for AC. Mindanao is a brownout champ of the Philippines. Best to have a generator and aircon. Yes, indeed. Michael, it's been available for centuries, mostly using the local hydro. Yeah. Is it true that Calvin Roach has impregnated 4 women so far in the Philippines? I have no idea. I have no idea. Are you gonna just sit here and bash? Let's not do that. Okay. Yes, there are places that do illegal abortion killing. Yes. Bruce, hi Mike. Happy Mother's Day. At Ruby, I love your brain. You're so curious. Ruby is a smart woman. Can you find a house helper who knows how to cook from scratch? Yeah, absolutely. I have a buddy of mine that did just recently. We need your expertise, Mike. So, well, we've got 100 in the room and nobody on the broadcast except for Bruce, who's tried, but for some reason I can't connect to him. I don't know why. I have no idea why my eCam will not connect to Bruce. So if somebody else tries, we'll find out whether it's on my end or his end. But I have no clue. Yo Mama, good morning from Angeles City. How you doing, Yo Mama? Oh. And Bruce, I keep clicking and it's just not letting me connect to you, Bruce. I don't know what the deal is. Sorry. I wish I had a better answer. Cedric, I'm 30 minutes west of Kidapawan in a bamboo house. No need. Oh, wow. So Kidapawan is where in Mindanao? I'm not so sure. Just visit your local Philippines embassy, Paul Rogers. So let's see here. What else is going on? Oh, I ran into Steve last night. So Steve is one of the primary owners of the Wolfpack bars, one of the OGs, the original guys that started it. And I'm glad to report that he is back, that his chemotherapy went well, and he is in remission. So he's back from Australia, and and he looks great. He looks absolutely great. Seems like cooking from scratch could save you huge money. We cook a lot. Arlen cooks from scratch quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's see here. Donnie. And we're going to assign that guest one. And I didn't have any problem. Good morning, Donnie.
Yep. What do you say, Mike?
How are you?
Pretty good. Let me shut off my TV.
All right.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if your thing worked for you.
Yeah, it's worked for you. Just Bruce tries to connect, and it doesn't seem to want to connect to him. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he's on some sort of a VPN or something, or his phone. I don't know. I didn't have any problem connecting to you.
Yeah, he's here in the States, ain't he?
Yeah, Bruce is in. I think he's in. You know what? I don't know where he is. He's on the west, towards the west coast. So, but no. There you go. Have a nice day. You have to have your documents in place for the SRRV. There's a website you can go to to bring with you. You'll need to get some docs apostilled by the state and fed. And for your SRRV and your 13A, you have to have an NBI inspection as well, from what I remember.
They could always call the embassy, too.
Pardon?
They could always call the embassy here in the U.S.
Yeah, they could give that a try. Hey, Mike, do you know if it's possible to meet Efren Reyes? Yes, it is. He participates in tournaments and stuff down at Miko's.
Well, Mike, I'm going to bow out of here. I just wanted to see if your stuff was working.
Oh, well, Donnie, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, great to be on here. Be
All
safe.
right. Have a great day. So that worked. I don't know why it won't connect to Bruce. Kittipawan is about 50 miles west of Davao. So 50 miles west of, okay. All right, heading in our direction. There's a couple towns in Mindanao that have 59 to 80 degree temperature range, just south of CDO. There is a casting couch on Walking Street for bar girls asking for a future owner. You know, Mike, you know what? Let's say this. Let me say this, okay? We, there is a difference, or there are different types of bar girls, okay? Not all bar girls are going to be intimate, okay? In fact, we ran into one that we know. We've known her for over a year. She is cute as a button, sweet, sweet girl. 20, I think she's 22. She's a cherry girl, and she's been working in that bar for over a year and still a cherry girl. But because she has a great personality and she's cute, and everything goes along with it. She has no problem making money without becoming intimate. Okay, let's see if this works. And there's Mike. He made it as well.
Okay, just testing it out for you, man.
You know, I don't get it. I don't understand why it didn't work for Bruce, but it worked for you. It
Yeah,
worked for Donnie.
must be his connection.
It's got to be his
Must be the
connection.
connection.
So, would you give me a Burger King, man? Why didn't you go to Taco Bell?
Because it's farther. Burger King's like a block away. I can drive there with my freaking. They allow you to drive in with your golf cart, so I just drove in with my golf cart, my free golf cart.
Man, I miss my golf cart. I really do. I had the best golf cart. I had a Yamaha golf cart. And
My neighbor has a Cadillac looking one.
Mine didn't look like a cat, but mine was like a golf. I mean, it was a club car. You know, it had 2 seating, and then a little storage space in the back. You know, I tell you what, you'd be familiar. So you've been to Lake Pleasant before in Phoenix, the big lake.
No, don't. I've never gone to the lakes in Arizona at all. I in Phoenix, I always went to like I did the mountain trekking, like like South Mountain and all that stuff, but never did lakes.
Okay, so in Lake Pleasant, they had this. It's a racket. The marina is, there's one marina. Well, now there's 2, but at the time there was just one marina on the whole lake, and it is like the most popular lake in Arizona. All right. Just packed. And so you would have to park way over here and then haul your shit all the way down to your boat.
Okay.
Now, I mean, because for us, my boat was permanently, and it's not permanent, but I had a slip, always in the slip, everything else. Well, the marina was big enough that we could drive all golf carts on the slips.
Okay.
And we used to have a blast driving that thing around until some guy one night, a couple fingers down, was driving his after one too many beers and just drove it straight off the end. So, but that was a great golf. It was gas.
I never heard of. I only known battery operated. I never knew about gas operated golf carts.
Yes,
other than ATVs, of course.
Yeah, no, this was actually gas, and it was. I mean, it wasn't powerful, all right, or anything like that, but it was nice, really nice. So what are you up to? You've got a live stream starting here shortly. What's your topics today?
Just nothing. Just I actually moved mine up to 11:30 because I see that you're going a little bit later. So I was like, I'll just put my 11:30.
Oh no, I'll be done by 11.
Don't worry about it. 11:30 is fine for me. But nothing much, man. I mean, just been relaxing actually. In the pool the whole day. I'm red as hell right now. I definitely know I have a fucking sunburn in my back right now, but it's just been pretty interesting to me. But just been watching some stuff. I've been paying attention to that stuff going on with that Chinese mayor. I've been enjoying the Manchurian candidate Chinese mayor that got caught. Have you been paying attention to it?
Are you talking about the one that stole like 30 billion or something like that? I mean
I'm not.
I think I'm talking about the Vietnamese, or I think I'm talking about.
No. So there's this mayor Chua, right? She's Filipina supposedly, right? And so there's this big scandal with the pogos down south, right? Because they've been saying that China's been slowly getting in, and so they're doing an inquiry on her because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. This lady was did homeschooling. First of all, she doesn't recollect what school she went to really, because she said she also went to school. They did not report her birth till she was 17, right? So,
Oh,
so she's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't. So literally, like she's a Chinese pawn, pretty much, is that what they're saying? Like she's, so literally, and now she's the mayor, and then now for some reason where she lives, she has all these things, all these buildings like with pogos in it, so for the
really?
gambling and stuff like that. Yeah, they had this big compound that got raided now where there's like I think like 20 buildings. These Chinese people live there, they work there and everything. There's swimming pools, there's underground they found underground trails that connects all the buildings and everything like that. I mean, it's some pretty
Wow.
crazy stuff. It's
No,
like so they have
I haven't been following that at all.
yeah. So it's pretty. I've been watching it the past couple of days. It's been pretty hilarious. So
No, I
that's how
haven't.
some of these girls. That's how some of these girls actually have fake. They say that they're 18, but they're not
Yep.
because some of these girls you can easily all of a sudden say, well, because I was born you know I was born at home. I was born at so my birth was never reported, so then they report late. It's how they game the system in the Philippines, pretty much.
It was kind of funny that you say that. Um, so Arlen's father does not or did not have any ID at all, ever
Mhm.
in his entire life. Okay. He doesn't read or write. Okay. So he became eligible for senior citizen.
Okay.
And when he became eligible for senior citizen, one of the things you get with that is, there are health benefits, healthcare benefits to the
Mhm.
senior citizens. And so Arlen went on the quest of getting everything together to get him an ID and everything. No birth certificate. Okay. Don't know. Da da. And they just took her word for everything. And he's got he's got his senior ID. Mike lives in Sun City, Arizona. Wow,
Ew.
man! I bet the dating pool there for you is pretty good. You'd
Yeah,
be in
sure.
demand there.
Oh, good Lord, Sun City. What's
You,
next? I live in Yuma, Arizona.
oh my God, north of Peoria.
I
Yeah, so
love it.
Hellion
I
must
I
know.
love all that.
Hellion must know pretty good pretty good about
Well,
Sun City.
his account just got made literally 2 days ago, so
Ah, so Chuck Box in Tempe. I'm not familiar with that.
someone's trying to do some what's up you got? So what's up you got exposed? Nice try though.
I don't know who it is. You know, I I don't get what it is with these stuff. I don't even know how else to say it.
It's fun to watch them sometimes because the thing though is like the fact that you have someone will try to research you, of course, go fake information. The fact that some people will try to make multiple accounts like that. Um, you're just like, wow. It's like sometimes you have to be like, damn, all that for me, all that, all that for me. So it's like, hey, let them be.
Yeah,
Let them
I
be.
we try and be reasonable and not have to draw that type of a situation.
Mhm.
Yes, Ruby, senior card for Arlen's father,
Hey,
which actually came in very handy because we had to admit him to the hospital. He was in the
mm,
hospital for 10 days. He had 5 blood transfusions or five units of blood over 10 days, CAT scan, and a couple of other things. And by the time it was done, paid nothing. Paid
it's
nothing.
amazing.
They had you got to Phil Health, and then they had a charity that took care of the balance. It was like, wow. So I mean, we paid the doctor. Obviously, it didn't do us any good with the doctor, but you know, same boat as John making multiple YouTube. Everybody's got 100 YouTube accounts, but me. It seems. It seems like everybody does. I don't. You know what? How do these people? How does anybody have the time to put forth doing that?
I don't know. It's interesting to me.
I
But
don't.
you know, I mean, like, it's interesting to me how it works. But it is what it is. It is. I think it's something that comes in part with a lot of these things that goes on. You know, so it's you take it as it is, and you just have to say that, wow, somebody spent, I don't know, this much amount of time researching me, or this much amount of time to, instead of like, I would just respect if the person just logs into their main account and make a comment, so you know who it is, right? So, like, just like John, for example, I mean, I would rather take where he says this is my real account, but then it's it's funny how it kind of works, or when you get blamed for something, oh, you blocked me, but then they block people too on their account. So it's like, how does that work?
Well, Brian's brings up the most positive part. I absolutely agree with him that there should be a fully verifiable way of getting a YouTube account. You got to verify who you are, and it's got to be public. But
Well,
that'll
yeah, like
never happen.
for example, like, yeah, like when we make channels, right? They ask you to take a picture, to do your ID, to show your ID. That's one way to do the verification, is to show your ID to make a YouTube channel. If you want to eventually get it, monetized and stuff like that. But I think eventually they will do something like that. But then, of course, everyone's gonna be whining and bitching about it. I mean, just like,
Yeah,
look what
but it,
Elon did, right?
but at the
Everyone
same
complained.
time, that's only only YouTube supposedly has access to that data. I think it should be every account, and that this is who you are, and it should be open to everybody.
But then at the same time, a lot of these social media accounts or social media companies want people to have fake accounts, because then they can fake the amount of subscribers. They can be like, oh, we have this much amount of users actively using our subscribers, or using our network or platform. So, I mean, they benefit from it as well. So do they go full on? I think maybe like years later. I mean, because I know when X tried to do that, a lot of people complained and they backed up. Same thing with Facebook, tried to do that and they never went through with it. So
Wow. I don't know. Oh no. Well, hold on. William has plenty of donated blood. No, every unit of blood that we gave to Arlen's father, we virtually had to pay somebody to donate. And
yeah,
yeah,
good one. I mean, you have to explain this to people, because just to let you guys know, if you can't afford blood, you better line up your whole family to donate blood.
you can't buy
So
it. In the province, you can't even buy it. In other words,
yeah,
where Arlen's father was, all right, they had the blood, but you had to replace it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you better have some friends or people that's going to donate their blood as well. It's blood for blood.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. It's like, and sometimes a lot of these, depending on the hospitals, the smaller hospitals, they don't even have the blood that you need.
Yeah,
So, good luck.
we literally had to pay people we don't even know.
Yep.
A friend of a friend of a friend, and pay their transportation to the hospital, which was in a different city. All right. And then pray that the blood passed the testing and then turn around. So,
Mhm.
bum, 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 bum. But what's cool here is Hellion living on the beach in Santa Barbara really sucks. I don't know about that, Hellion. Man, Santa Barbara, last time I was there, that was some pretty big, beautiful, number one. Actually, I have some memories as a young child when we visited um, Santa Barbara, um, of the beaches there, and really loved it. So I'm so jealous too. Philippine Annex went from 5,000 subs to 8,000 subs on their lowest viewed live stream this week. Weird. I don't know.
That's you got exposed as well. It's his other
That's
fake account that he uses to comment to his channel.
uh, yeah. I mean, I pop into their live streams. Excuse me. I pop into their live streams and
Mhm.
it's just weird, I guess.
I mean, I think they did kind of get a lot of subscribers ever since they did the Mark Thorne thing when they were doing a
Oh,
lot of
now
that
hold
stuff.
on.
That's
Not dead yet with Jeff. All right. Mandatory verified accounts is the cornerstone of fascism. I totally disagree with you, Jeff. I'll tell you why. YouTube's not a fucking democracy. It's a
yep.
dictatorship. Okay? It's not a democracy. If we all abide by the rules and then you abide by the channel owners. If you want to call that fascism, I think that's a pretty strong term, but it's already that way, isn't it?
And I think
Isn't it?
that's a very I think this is the same conversation people try to use when they themselves are being that's a socialistic, Marxist type of a comment here right here. So I mean, my thing is it's a capitalistic company. It's a company and they have the right to be able to do what they want to do, and you as a person, an individual, has a right not to participate in a particular business or a thing that exists. I mean, what's next? You're not, this is the same exact talk of socialistic people that says that, you don't need ID to be able to vote in the United States of America. I'm like, you should have ID to be able to vote in the United States of America, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, I don't know. It's like, that's where the ID is for. ID is needed. It shouldn't be saying that, oh, they shouldn't be asking for my ID. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what the guy
I
said
mean,
either.
don't get me wrong. What I want and what's right might be two different things. In other words, what I
Mm.
want is people to be accountable. What is right? Well, YouTube would not have nearly the number of users it has if people had to verify and publicly post who they are.
Okay.
So I think that many YouTubers buy subs, views, and likes. I don't know. Have you ever looked at that, Mike? How much does it cost to actually buy subs and views and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I'll give an example. I took one of those online courses on how to, for YouTube and stuff like that. And they showed that you can go to Fiverr and do it, I guess. So I don't know. I'm not too sure how much it costs. It's probably, if it's in Fiverr, that means it's $5 for like maybe, I don't know, 100 subs, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I mean, YouTube will sometimes look at, because Google has a lot of what they call bots to crawling bots and stuff like that. So if all of a sudden your channel shows an increase of 2,000 subs in one day, when your average is one every other day, it's going to see that there's a problem that exists, you know? So yeah, people can do it. Same thing as views, for example. So like, for example, there was this, we had it in the Discord. I don't want to talk about it here right now, But there's a guy that says, okay, he has 300,000 views right now, but yet only 80 out of 300 something thousand views, yet he only has like, I think like 8,000 or 80,000, I think it was, hours of views in that month. That doesn't make any sense. If you just do the math, that means guaranteed somebody's buying views, because that means people are logging in to a video and then clicking it and then exits within a matter of seconds or a minute. So unfortunately, they have those things. Now there's other people that does it another way, like what they call bot farms, where literally they'll have a whole room full of Android phones, like thousands of them. Okay, thousands of Android phones hooked up, and what they'll do is they'll log on to your videos one by one for you, and then all of a sudden, you'll see this much amount of views right away. It's how to be able to kind of game the systems. That's of course like in Russia is where they have those things, in India. So I mean, I mean, is it worth it? If you're not getting the right people to watch your channel, it's not going to affect anything. I mean, that's why you see these people with 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, but they only have what, 1,000 views. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So yeah, it doesn't make any sense when those things happen that way.
Everyone is watching Scotty controversy. I disagree, James, and I don't mean that in a bad way. We all have a lot of common subscribers amongst channels that we all are in. But as far as the Philippines is concerned, we're mice nuts compared to the rest of the YouTube community within the Philippines. I mean, you could put Antics, you could put Mike, you could put Andy, you could put everybody that's doing whatever about Scotty, put all of their subs and all of their views together, and they don't even equal mice nuts when it comes to the rest of the Philippine bloggers. I mean, yeah, in this sphere, maybe, sure, kinda, I guess, but I don't think he's nearly as I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You have Will Dasovich, for example. You have Ivan Alawi. You have Vice Ganda. You have all these other channels that has definitely millions of views automatically, guaranteed millions of subscribers as well. This niche is very, very small, so it's not a lot.
Yeah. Jeff says, I agree, YouTube having rules. I think YouTube should, I think YouTube, just like society, should have rules.
Yep.
All right. And, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Not everybody believes in that. And it's not always widely distributed.
Mm-hmm.
Nigzai Polska, Nigzai Polska, I actually Googled that name once. And that's not like a name, it's a movement or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Over 30% of the accounts on YouTube are fake. I wouldn't surprise me. No one talking about Scotty or cares about him, James. We want this whole live stream without naming him. Yeah. Scotty is Scotty. I don't know what to say. I mean, Scotty is for sure socially awkward.
Awkward.
All right. That's the best word I can put out there. Has he walked in some shadowed area? Probably so. But I don't know enough about it to be able to even say it. It says no ID to vote and ID to talk is different. Well, that's talking in public, Jeff. This is private. This is not public. This is not public. And I don't disagree with you in the concept, Jeff. But what I'm saying is that YouTube is not public. It's actually private.
Mm-hmm.
That we allow the public to view it is a different story.
And voting is talking. You're letting people know what you're doing or what you want in a way. So you're voicing out your decisions.
Yeah, I think Jeff agrees with that. I think he agrees you got to have ID to vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to have ID to vote, so he agrees to that. My thing is that just have ID for everything. It's like I'm for people to say they don't have ID just makes me laugh. Like I've met several people that don't have IDs. I was like,
Really?
why not? Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm from
people our age or people old people, before they invented paper.
For both sides. I mean, me working in the South Side of Chicago with a lot of patients back in the days, you come across a lot of those. Like you seriously come across a lot of those. Like we've had for a couple of our patients, we couldn't even admit them before. Like we seriously had to help them get their IDs and take them to the DMV to be able to do a lot of those things. Take them to these going with social workers and stuff like that to get those things taken care of. A lot of people don't have their IDs in Southside Chicago, which is just like, I mean, I don't know. It's like, a lot of them say this is the disparity and stuff like that. It's not for things that are not available. I'm sorry. It's like I drove what 45 minutes to an hour just to go to the DMV where I'm from. So it's like, you need those things to be able to survive. I don't understand how people don't have IDs to survive. And then all of a sudden, the once every 4 years, all of a sudden, you want to vote. I was like, just get the ID somewhere those 3 years. Like, I don't think it's a racist thing to ask for people to have their ID in the United States of America. That's just my thing. But yeah, I've met a lot of people with no IDs.
Wow.
And they were you can say that they were legal citizens of the United States of America. I mean, I think I probably know more illegals that have IDs than people who are. I'm just saying, you live in Arizona, people got IDs there sometimes. So it's like,
but Sunset Travel just actually made a liar out of me, and he's right.
All
right. He says, can you argue it's a private business, but they made a lot of people wealthy? And then I just said, no, YouTube is not a democracy. It's, but it is a publicly traded company. YouTube is part of Google, which is a publicly traded company. So therefore it is public in a sense, I guess. But yeah,
it's not government owned. How about that? It's not government owned. It's a corporation where you have board members that makes decision on how things are supposed to work. So, just like anything else, is like, what? You have to deal with what you have to deal with. But I don't think they're gonna get there where they're gonna expect IDs. It's just one of those things. Especially if it's an American based system company, there's gonna be those kickbacks. But I'm sure that, for example, like in China, for example, especially with their how they have their credit score, the social credit score.
right.
Those things you need to have IDs to be able to get your own accounts in China and stuff like that, because they look into your social media as a way to add towards your social credit scores.
Yeah. So James says, why are Philippine Annex subs up suddenly? What have they been covering? They cover a lot of stuff. And, apparently they've found a niche that suits them well. Or they found, for whatever reasons, their subs are up. And, I wish ours were up. What more can I say? Old news. I'm so jealous. It's playing out at the moment. I'm not sure what that's about, but okay. All companies are dictatorships. You have limited freedom in every company. That's true.
As it should. I believe in it. Of course, because if somebody puts in their money, puts in their work to create a company, they should have the right to say whatever. It's not. I don't. It's like, for example, like, yeah, what's going on with Uber and what's going on with Lyft right now in Minnesota and stuff like that. It's like people all of a sudden they know that it's a gig company. Now they all of a sudden want to be workers. Like, we need a, it's like, come on. I was
But
like,
it
you have the
doesn't.
right not to work for that company.
You know what, Mike? It doesn't work like that, though. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, I've owned multiple companies,
Hmm.
wholly owned. Now, I've been in partnerships as well, but I've wholly owned multiple companies with employees.
Hmm.
You know something? It's more of it is less of a dictatorship than people would think. You can't tell that fat bitch to get up off the chair and go do her job. You can't tell that ugly bitch she needs to brush her teeth. You can't tell that stupid guy that he needs to put on deodorant. You can't. There's damn rules for everybody.
That's why I like working on businesses in right to work states. Right? That's what I loved about right to work states, right? Because people will be like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, we have the right to work." You're right, but what most employees don't know, the right to work states actually means the right to fire states.
yeah.
It's not the right to hire, it's the right to fire. Like, we can fire you as long as we don't discriminate on, sex, age, all those things. And I've taken advantage of those so many times with firing people.
And I have problems with that. My
Yeah.
Arizona, yeah, well,
Uh-huh.
Arizona's a right to work state.
Yeah.
New Jersey is not. So, I mean, when you come out of a meeting, all right, on a Tuesday afternoon, in Arizona, get on a plane and you've got a meeting Friday morning in New Jersey, your entire spiel has to be different because
Yep.
those people take your ass to court tomorrow.
It's the old uni states. That's the problem with Jersey and New York, Just, even though there's some of those companies don't have unis and stuff like that because they probably are related to a uni guy, or they come from a uni family, all of a sudden they think that they can act like it. And so, unfortunately, that's just how it is. So that's why, like I said, when, the few states I've had business on, it's me making sure that that was one of the big reasons, one of the big main things. It's like always the right to fire states is the most important for me, because, man, having to deal with people is just crazy.
So William says we want Chismas. I got not much in the way of Chismas, to be honest with you, other than the Tom Young Lechon thing that I can't figure out, which I'm sure somebody will figure out for me. All right. I don't know how you go from 109,000 subscribers this week to 304 subscribers next week.
I think Andy was right with what he said. So I was driving earlier on today when I was listening in, and yeah, I think Andy was right. Like, if you, but then at the same time, is sometimes you go to these websites that looks up a person's YouTube channel. Sometimes those guys make mistakes as well. So, I'm not too sure what's going on, but it did kind of look like it, that the subs were recently bought. But then, like I said, in his old channel, he had some subs and views in his old channel. And so it's like,
I
I
don't
so I don't
know.
know. Maybe this is a new channel. His old channels he probably maybe rebranded, took it down, just like the Boy Scouts of America rebranding and stuff like that. Maybe this is his new rebrand. Just by looking at a quick look at his channel now compared to the one previously, well, the here and there, he obviously has more just women content on it than the alternative lifestyle content like he used to have. We'll just say it that way. So I think that he's rebranding because actually he actually got a lot of let's say he got a notoriety when he went to Thailand to
I
do
didn't
his
even know he went to Thailand.
yeah, he went to Thailand to do his visa run. And he was over there in he hooked up with several Passport Bro guys and stuff like that. So I think that within that particular, I would say, niche within a niche, you can't be doing the no Diddy stuff. So no Diddy on it. So so
I
people
don't.
understand what no Diddy is. So I think what he's doing a no Diddy right now. So it's got to rebrand.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, if you look at the banner, I'm gonna have a video coming
I
out
saw it.
this week.
I saw it in the Discord
Oh,
when you shared it.
okay, if you put your phone on that QR code in that picture,
Hmm.
right? If you
It takes it. It takes
scan
it to the new channel.
it takes you to the new channel. How
Yeah.
do you put 109,000 subscribers and it takes you to the channel with 304? That
Okay.
was not
So
his intent when he did it. When he
I
had those
think he.
posters
I
made.
think. I think he had those things made to promote his new redone channel. Okay. And unfortunately, when you look at the Social Blade stuff, I would say 1, 2, 3. He bought all these subs within the last um per Social Blade. I'm not. Let's just say Social Blade is correct. Okay. It looks like he bought a majority of his subs within the past 2 weeks. So he's able to say that I have this much amount. Yeah. So
Oh,
just look at the graph right there. So if we look at the
I
graph
see.
right there, you see it.
Yeah.
That's a sub count. It's like flat line to all of a sudden the last 2 weeks just jumps up. So if that's the case, what's going on, if we believe Social Blade, I'm not saying let's go ahead. I'm not going to say Social Blade is always 100% correct, but if we just look at Social Blade and agree to this, that maybe because of him not having any subs, and then all of a sudden the past 2 weeks there's multiple subs, that might have triggered YouTube to kind of look into his channel, and then and saw that there was some discrepancy, because like I said, within the past week and a half, he 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000 subs was purchased. So that might have triggered YouTube to look more into his channel. So maybe he's done it before that way, because that don't make any sense. You can't have all of a sudden 10,000 subs within the past week and a half, yet your views are lesser than the beginning of the month. So it doesn't correlate. So these things will do a trigger on a crawler, and more than likely they did an assessment and took it down,
Wow.
because it doesn't make any sense that you go from 100 something to 300.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So Jeff wants to know, where are the YouTube files that correspond to the Twitter files? See, I hate being old. I have no idea what Jeff means. I need to be 30
Well,
years younger.
I don't understand the whole thing, but my thing is Twitter and YouTube is owned by two different organizations.
Is YouTube a free company or is it being controlled?
Of course, it's going to be controlled by the owners and by the people that work there. It's like,
Well, the Google liberals control it. I'm so jealous, says. And then Miyagi comes back. All social media is controlled. And he's right.
That's the thing. It's like you're giving up a lot of stuff by using these accounts. If you really like, this one guy said, how do you not get controlled or be found? Don't use social media. Plain and simple. Don't use social media, because they give you what you want. Why do you think that I mean, here's my question: have you guys gone into your settings and turned off, so that that your phone doesn't transmit the stuff to, like, for example, Apple or whoever, Android and stuff like that? Most people are not paying attention to that. I mean, that's why sometimes you say something and all of a sudden you turn on your computer later on, there it is. I mean, right there and then it's right there. So it's like, you don't want to be controlled. It's like, then stay off the net.
Yeah. It means long live Poland. I knew that I Googled that because I said, that doesn't really look like a name to me. And, maybe it's a troll. So I
Hmm.
Googled the name and it means long live Poland. Thank you very much, Nietzsche. Yeah, Miyagi, YouTube's entertaining. Cigars, coffee, and YouTube. Google is a corporation that owns YouTube. I'm sure Not Dead Yet knows how corporations work unless he's asking stupid questions on purpose. I don't know, you know? Be right back. Gotta pluck a rogue hair. Good luck to you, William. Let's see here. In the US, there is no excuse. Those people without IDs are just lazy. All right. Mike, are you kicking off at 11?
No, 11:30, man.
All right.
I'm gonna take a break.
I'm going to take a break. All right. Nikzik Filipinic. Okay. I don't speak. Not Dead Yet at Sunset Monopoly. Okay. Question mark. I don't know. Walter says if every developing country tells their citizens they must have an ID to vote or even to collect or do anything without a ID, you would not be able to do anything. There are countries like that. I'm pretty sure you have to have an ID to vote in China. If I'm not mistaken, you have to have an ID to vote in Puerto Rico because you're voting as a territory in American politics.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The reason Elon Musk bought Twitter for a lower price is because he discovered over 25% of the accounts were fake. Yeah, well, if you know what, Elon's really tanked their stock though.
You know what? This is my thing. I think he's gonna turn WhatsApp. He's gonna turn Twitter. Just like how they use WhatsApp in China. And what was the other app that they use? The other app they use in China?
WeChat.
WeChat. Yeah, WeChat, right?
Yeah.
Where it's a multi-purpose thing. You pay with it. You do banking with it. It's a It's everything done in one app. I think that Elon Musk, especially with his history with PayPal and creating PayPal and stuff like that with his brother, if I'm correct, I think with that said, I think he's gonna create a app that's gonna be a everything, like everything in one pretty much. I think he's gonna eventually get into that process, in my
Well, why
opinion.
not? That would make sense. I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Because he's not stupid.
no.
I mean, he may be he's eccentric. He may have some form of Asperger's or whatever we can say he has, but he is not stupid. He's playing checkers. He's playing 3D checkers while everybody's playing chess. I mean checkers, just regular checkers, right? He's playing 3D chess. Because I mean, come on, you go by the jockey, not the company. I mean, all the companies that he's put his mind into has done pretty good.
Is that in the hotel you do your YouTube videos, Niche? Love your crow's feet. I don't know. Don't know who's what. See, that's just it. Some of these people I can't keep up with because I don't follow enough channels. Isn't that terrible?
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, you got 90 days to decide if you want to keep an employee. If they suck, you can fire them without saying why. I own shares of Google, Alphabet. They're beholden to me and all the other shareholders. They better have good earnings per quarter. I provide a good yield. You tell them, Hector. Is now channel is only 3 months old now. Is now channels? That
I
makes
think he.
sense.
I think he's talking about Tom Yums because his videos have only been within the past 3 months. The one that's left over in there,
Ah,
if I'm correct. That's what Not Dead Yet is trying to say.
yeah. You know what? Like I said, I'm a little bit lost on that whole situation because it covers things we don't know about. Number one, which is buying
Mhm.
subs, likes, subscribers. Number two, it's a radical movement. I mean, I remember when he did a video blowing through Calvin's meet and greet right down the street from here.
That
Uh,
was crazy. I
that
saw
was
that like months later.
okay.
Like,
Me too.
it
Well,
was
when he
crazy.
did that, I went to his channel, or when somebody did that. Oh, it was Sharon Lapu Lapu that posted it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't remember who posted it. But anyway, so I went to Tom Yum's channel, and he had 90,000 subscribers at that time. So, I wouldn't find 109 to be an off number because I know it was at least a couple months ago.
Yeah, I've seen him when he was like 70 or 80 around that time. But that's what I'm saying is like he like to have the thing of all of a sudden 10,000 subs in the past week and a half. I think that triggered maybe, and then they looked into his other video, his past history that didn't look right. Because I mean, if you go from like if you go, let's say for example, you're averaging 50 a day subs, right? And then all of a sudden you hit 10,000 subs in one day. Well, there has to be a reason why that 10,000 subs went up that day, right? So that means there should be at least a minimum of 10,000 views that day. But then if you go to the views, it might not be that 10,000 views. So there obviously a miss. How could that really happen? So it is what it is. I mean, some people try to do the easy route. I mean, there's Filipino YouTubers that try to do the what they call the pangat program in YouTube. They're like you go to a live and they're like, okay, everyone, let's subscribe to this person, and
Yeah.
they all subscribe to that one person. Then the next person comes up, okay, everybody subscribe to this person. So it's like everyone does it, but in the end, it's like it's the views, not the subs. You can have so much amount of subs, but if your views are not getting it, then it's not going to work.
Well, it's beyond my knowledge,
Yeah,
unfortunately, or fortunately, maybe.
I
I
let
don't
him
know.
be.
So, James, covering regular guy and a few others that are potentially being deported. It's also how they write. Oh, you're talking about antics again, I guess. All right, fine. But just like California minimum wage laws for fast food. In my days, fast food jobs were high school kids trying to make a day money. Now they feed a family of four. Excuse me. Um, Carefree Chris. I don't know Chris. Let's see here. And that is Chris, I think. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, that looks like Chris.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Nothing much. Just chilling. Just doing nothing, man.
Yeah, same. I was chilling out. I saw the live up. I saw the link, and I was like,
I saw a blog the other day you did. I understand you're in a new relationship.
that's right, man. That's
Well,
right. Enjoying
congratulations.
myself. Yeah, things are going well. Met a new girl. Met over in Letes. We're traveling around through there. Just great girl. It's been having fun. It's new, so a lot to figure out and learn with each other, but it's going well.
So no mood swings yet for now, right? Since it's
That's
new.
right.
No Filipino mood swings yet.
No tampo, brother. No tampo. It's nice to meet you, man. It's nice to
Pleasure.
be around. So appreciate your work, man. Appreciate your work.
Respect, man.
Yeah, both you guys. Yeah, but yeah, good times.
Let's see here. To say nothing of the second highest amount is sex workers in the entire world. I don't know about that. You like that? I am so jealous. I've never lived in a country where there are brownouts, abject poverty, piss poor infrastructure, and air, noise, and water pollution. So
Are we
we're
talking about is
this
that
is
are we talking about Oregon or Portland?
Oregon.
Is that what we're talking about right now? Yes.
So hold on, Zeke, Neek. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Is it Neek Zij Polska? What country are you in? Maybe that's a good way to start to address that. To say nothing of the second highest, no, not even close to the second highest. The second highest, um, uh, you've got India that beats them out, I think, is number one. You've got uh, China, which probably compares. All right, you've got some of the African countries. Um, no, I don't think I could I don't know about that. Passport bro equals minority sexpat. Actually, that's kind of funny when you think about it.
Okay, so let's see here. Where's that at?
Oh, there we go. One in sex workers is Thailand, followed closely. Now, India's got far more sex workers than you know. India's sex workers probably outnumber the entire population of Thailand.
Okay, so I looked it up. Number one is China.
Number
Number
one,
two is India. Number two is India. Number three is the United States of America. Number four is the Philippines. Five is Mexico. Six is Germany. Seven is Brazil. Eight is Thailand. Nine is the Republic of Korea. And number 10 is Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, that's what they say here. As of January 30th, 2023.
Wow. So all right, so we'll find out where maybe if we're lucky where's Zeit Polska lives. Hurt your channel in the long run. 6 months ago. There you go. Having this guy says 6 months ago, Tom Young was under 300 subscribers.
Interesting.
That just doesn't make. Do you know who we're talking about, Chris?
Yeah, I was listening to a little bit of that before I joined. I just don't see, I can't see the advantage of buying subs unless you're buying maybe whatever 50,000 or so. I mean, because it's not like they're watching your channel, right? I mean, you guys know how it works. You get paid by views, not by subs. So
Yeah.
unless you're buying subs that are actually watching your content, I can only see how it's going to hurt you, not help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to make any sense. I mean, maybe let's say for example, you're trying to hit that 1,000 mark, but you have all your views, your hour views, and you just need to get that extra push just to make it go faster. Okay, buy 200, buy 300. I get it. But as long as you're getting your views, but then at the same time, is there certain people that has the belief that because around 10 years ago with a lot of these social media, it was your subscribers. A lot of people didn't understand the metrics yet. So they see that you have this much amount of subs, then you start getting sponsors, you start getting these things. And there's still a lot of people, a lot of companies who are not familiar, understanding that it's about, retention and all those kind of things. So they don't understand the basic metrics yet. So they get fooled by sometimes a lot of these subscribers. You're like, oh, I got 100,000 views or 100,000 subs. And you might be able to convince some people to give you a free meal here and there, a free hotel, free this, whatever. So, I mean, I can see,
A little bit.
especially in the Philippines, somebody might take advantage of that.
I think I've heard people say this before where subs are pretty much a vanity metric. And I get that. I understand that.
I think Polska makes a really interesting comment. I agree with him. I've seen this documentary called Fake Famous, and it is right on spot about how effed up media influencers are. But I guess maybe I slept through parts of it um, because I didn't get the part about buying subs and likes, but I did see parts of it. So I'll have to go back and watch that. That's interesting. The government has search words that trigger them viewing who you are. The government has all kinds of crap. Have fun in the Philippines. How you doing? Fun in the Philippines. You're in Angeles City. Thank you. I'll have to look you up. Do you have a channel? I no longer own businesses. I just mind my business. It's easier. It's kind of hard for a cook to own a business, Miyagi.
I know. I swear, those
Those cooks, man,
those cooks, man.
you got to watch out for them.
Those truck drivers, it's just crazy. Hey, but Mike, I gotta step out.
Okay.
I'll have a live in a few, but I'm just gonna take a quick break. Chris, it's a real pleasure to meet you, man. We'll talk sometime in the future, man. So you guys take care, all right?
Take care.
See you, brother. Take
All
care.
right. And let's see here. Let me do this, Chris. Let me just switch some stuff around. And then there you go. Crack Rock ID, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Twitter files by Matt Toppy. Okay. Now I get it, Jeff. I understand. Look at how many young people in the Philippines that can't go to college because they were never registered. That's probably an issue. Now, of course, Elon has said that was his plan before he bought it. Also include crypto in some way. You guys, you two don't read the news much.
I admittedly stopped watching the news when I moved out here. It's one of the reasons why I moved out, honestly, to escape a lot of that. I just travel around and have fun. You're muted, brother. I think so, anyways. There you go.
I don't know why that button sticks. I read the news every day. Mopar squid. China monitors its citizens. I have a 10-year business visa for China. I use WeChat for everything. Yeah, they say everybody uses WeChat there, Phil. I don't know. You would. Not dead yet. Jeff Tabby's an interesting character. He started as a propagandist in Russia, for what it's worth. Good. You can move your subs to another channel, but all the comments are wiped, so you can check that way. That's interesting. You can move your subs to another channel. I wasn't aware of that. I do want to know much more. I do want to know more about his travels that aren't self-reported by him. Source: I don't know. At William, I do more about his travels. I missed something somewhere. Doesn't remember Exile, but check out his wiki. That guy gives dark vibes. All right, wow. So, Chris, where are you living? What part of where are you at nowadays?
So I've been back in Cebu like a week now. I spent almost 2 months traveling around Leyte. But yeah, I'm back in Cebu now. I'll probably be here for a while. I bought a new motorcycle. So I'm really looking for something that I could really travel around the Philippines a little bit more. I really had some limitations with my current bike. So bought a new bike, waiting for that. It's going to be a couple months. And the girl I'm dating now, she's looking to do an internship out of Cebu City here. So I'll probably be here out of Cebu for a while with some random trips here and there.
So what did you buy? What kind of bike did you get?
I bought a Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. It's a brand new offering by Royal Enfield. Really great, capable adventure bike. So I'm excited about it. I've been a motorcycle enthusiast kind of most of my life, and a lot of my channel is around that type of content. So it'll be a big ad for the channel.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Ace
man.
Bachelor Cool. I'm banned from Angeles City. I'm banned from everything except our Philippine journey. No, Ace, I don't think you'll ever be banned from our channel. I really don't. I enjoy your it's entertainment. You
I
know,
agree.
it
I
is
agree.
it's
I've seen a couple of his vids. Yeah,
oh
pretty interesting.
some of them are funny as hell.
I agree.
But if you believe it, you're screwed.
That's right.
If you believe it, you're gonna get in trouble. But it's great entertainment. I'm not sure Chris cares. What? Sharky.
Look, I have a good guy vibe, and I don't mind that too much. I kind of like that, and I really try to hold on to that as much as I can. I mean, it's mostly true. I'm kind of a boring guy in a lot of ways, but it's only because I've lived a very exciting previous 40 years of 50 years of my life. So, but yeah, no, it's whatever. Filipina
I'm so
P.
jealous. Philippine Annex got 22.3 thousand views last week, but we do not see that in their channel. I don't know. I don't. You know what? I shouldn't say I don't look at stuff like that. I do. I look, but it's not something that I constantly look at. In other words, oh, I'm bored. I'm not doing something. What am I got going on? All right. Oh, let me look at this. Let me look at that. What can I do? Um, but at the same time, they're a totally different type of channel than we are. We are not, they have a totally different genre and niche than than we do. Sharky says, if I could ask Chris one question, it would be, Chris, have you ever been to Cripple Creek, Colorado?
Yeah, I answered that. I kind of think I've been through there, but really haven't spent much time. I lived in Colorado for over 20 years, so and traveled around Colorado a lot by motorcycle. The thing on Filipina Annex, though, I think is interesting. I think they're getting a lot of uh, kind of YouTube time now because of some recent live that they did that involved kind of the regular guy and a bunch of other things that are going around. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've got some rapid growth off of that.
Yeah, you know, every now and then, something. What there's an old saying, um, shit, I can't remember what it is. It's something about, you know, even a blind guy can find something once in a while or something. That's kind of like our channel. Even an old fat bald guy can have a video that does well once in a while.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever they've done, they've they've done, and they are where they are with it. Um, Philly in the Philippines has 131,000 subscribers, usually less than 9,000 views. What is this? Does this mean anything? Um, yeah, I think it does. I think it means a lot. I think it means that over an 8-year period of acquiring subscribers that just quit watching YouTube but never unsubscribe, the numbers start to get skewed. YouTube says that you should be somewhere between 7 and 10%. That's what they say. If I read it correctly, that you should strive to get between 7 and 10% views of subscribers. So if you have 100,000 subscribers, you get between 7 and 10,000 views. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
Still,
sign of a channel that's not. To me, it's a sign of a channel that, like you're saying, the subscribers aren't watching the content, which isn't what you want. Your videos aren't going to get promoted. That's an interesting stat on the 7 to 10%, and that makes me feel good about kind of where I'm at. That's
yeah.
cool.
No, and I mean, you think about it. Um, it makes sense. It really and truly does. I mean, obviously, we all want better than 7 to 10%. I would love to see 20%, 30%. Okay. But if YouTube, whose metrics are monitoring a billion channels, say that 7 to 10 is average, well, at least it's one statistic to start with. ABC, Ace Bachelor Fool. So, Polska, what country, you still haven't answered what country you're living in? Chris, wondering if you know what happened to David Bond.
I don't actually, and I need to reach out to him. There was some, yeah, I don't know. He and I've hung out with him maybe, I don't even know, maybe 10, 15 different times. We've had lunch together and met, and he's helped me out quite a bit on just YouTube and talking about stuff. And he and I connected on alcoholism and talked a lot about that. Not that he's an alcoholic or anything, but yeah, I don't want to go into too much details on that, but honestly, I really enjoyed my interactions with David. And not that I want to build a harem; it's not anything that I want to do. But I found him interesting. I really did, and I think he's back in town. And I need to reach back out to him. We train at the same gym, so yeah. So that's about what I know. I've seen him quite a bit recently. I think he's not a bad guy that he's, I think, painted and slated on out on the internet. And whether or not he deserves that reputation, I don't know. But I can tell you, from the guy that I know, he's a decent human being.
Well, people, I'm going to address this last question here from Ruby, and then I also have to get going. Chris, first off, thank you so much for joining. Everybody else in the live stream, thank you so much for joining. Ruby, why does YouTube allow people to create an account while using someone else's image or photo? You know what, Ruby? I think a lot of it could easily be correlated to the issue between Elon Musk and Twitter. Anything the company can do to drive up its statistical numbers. So if drama and all of the crap that comes with anonymity benefits YouTube, if that it drives up the value of that company. That's just the same way Twitter, got wailed on with not regulating bots and things like that, and Elon raised hell. So either way, I could very well be wrong, that's for sure. Look, thank you so very much, everyone. We hope you have a great day. Take care.